speaking about traveling in these icing conditions, we are seeing the effects of tonight's squall on the roadways. ABC4's Sarah Murphy tracking conditions from the UDOT Traffic Operations Center. Joining us live now with the latest from there. Sarah, a busy night.
Emily, yes, it is busy. The Traffic Operations Center here in Salt Lake, it tracks all of the crashes and traffic across the state. So you can imagine on evenings like tonight, they kind of have their hands full. Employees here. We're joined with employee Karen Crawford here. Karen, you've worked here about a year and a half. Give us a little bit of context. What do you guys do here?
So inside the Traffic Operations Center, we monitor the nearly 1,700 cameras across the state, plus our about nearly 200 weather stations. We have a weather team that's here 24/7, and our operators are here 24/7, 365. Well, 366 this year.
Okay, so a lot going on. Now, you guys mentioned that just today you've seen about over 60, nearly 70 traffic-related incidents. Give us a bit of perspective on that number. On days with calmer weather like yesterday, how does that number kind of compare?
It's almost double, I would say. On a normal day, we have maybe between 30, 40 incidents, and then when we see these big snowstorms come through, it just shoots the numbers way up there.
Okay, so you've been working here a year and a half. You've been looking at these traffic cams all day. What's the biggest thing you have to tell people? What do you think it's important for drivers to know tonight?
I would say our plows are out there, they're doing their jobs, they're salting the roads, but don't pass them. Drive slow and don't pass our snow plows. That's probably our main safety message right now that we have going on.
Okay, some important tips to keep in mind. Thank you very much, Karen. So those are some things you should be aware of as you're getting ready to head out and hit the roads. Now, other things you might want to take note of, UDOT says they're trying to do their part too. They have their snow plows out and about tonight. So that kind of got us thinking, what does it mean if you see a snow plow out on the roads? How much distance should you give yourself between yourself and the snow plow in front of you? So I rode along with the snow plow operator in tonight's storm to find out if you can technically pass a snowplow, or if you're in front of one, should you pull over?
Snow on the ground and slick conditions for most mean stay home. But for snowplow operator Cody Alsop, it means work is just getting started.
There's a lot to pay attention to on the road. Yeah, that's no problem.
Alsop says when plows shovel snow and you're stuck behind one, it might seem slow.
Stay behind the last plow for sure.
But according to UDOT, that seemingly slow speed could save a life.
If you want to keep yourself safe, it's smart not to pass a plow.
UDOT says it's not illegal to pass a plow, but highly discouraged. So what happens if you get impatient and you do try and pass?
We've had several people each winter that just come up trying to pass the plow. They actually hit the wing blade and spin out and cause all sorts of damage to their own vehicle.
So if you're out on the snowy roads and you see a plow at work, operators say give them almost 300 feet of space. If you're in front of one, try and pull over.
Who knows what could happen in front of the plow compared to, the areas that have been treated.
When the plows come out, he says the lessons you hear a lot don't lose meaning. Slow down and drive safe.
All right, some important tips to keep in mind there. Now, again, this is an active night. You're seeing all these screens up, watching some of the traffic here throughout the state. In fact, I was just told minutes ago that they do believe a snowplow crash happened this evening. They're suspecting that it was because another driver tried to pass that plow. So again, it's something to keep in mind if you're on the roads and you do see a snowplow. UDOT says give them that sweet spot of about 200 to 300 feet of space in all directions. Something to keep in mind as you're heading out in the storms there this week. Live in Salt Lake at the Traffic Operations Center, Sarah Murphy, ABC4 News. Back to you.